To discuss this further, let's bring in diplomatic analyst Aidan Ronan. You're very welcome to the program. Now, if these accusations are true, is Germany trying to wear two hats here, backing Israel but also funding anti-Israeli groups?
Well, the thing is, if I would describe it my way, then I would put it, at the least, Israel-Germany relations are quite ambiguous. At the worst, it's kind of the most hypocritical show in town. Because even if we go only just not too back far in time, Merkel herself has voted at least 16 times in the UN against Israel. Merkel herself defies Trump resolution to recognize Jerusalem while trying to convincing other Eastern European nations not to follow Trump. Merkel herself, she's also trying to defy Trump's sanctions over Iran. So that's only Merkel herself. And even, by the way, the German ambassador the German ambassador to the UN, Christoph Hasgen, did you know what he just stated only previously? He made his own supposed moral equivalence that Hamas rockets, which were fired onto us, civilian population, deliberately, a war crime, that is just supposedly to be compared into Israel's ongoing construction in the settlements. That is a totally different issue. We can definitely discuss that. But yeah, according to your question, yeah, Germany is trying to undermine Israel's sovereignty, and they think we're a bunch of fools. No, we're pretty smart. We're definitely way smarter than she thinks we are. And what would you expect other than saying, we stand by Israel? What do you expect other than that? But reality is pretty much the other way around.
How can Yair Netanyahu be so confident in claiming these NGOs are radical left-wing? Okay, that's a good point. Well, first, even though I'm not Yair Netanyahu's own attorney, but we got our own sources, even regardless of him. So check this one out. Let me talk about, there's a series of so many, the most radical Israeli, shamefully should I admit that, NGOs who claim they are for human rights, who claim they are for the Palestinians, but in fact they promote all those boycotts against Israel and try even some of them even to put to call for to prosecute Israeli top officials into the International Court of Justice. Now, as for the claims that Yair made, let me just name two very prominent organizations, one of which is called B'Tselem, another of which is called Breaking the Silence. And regardless of this question, ma'am, please let me please deliver a point which is, I think, very, very important, extremely important for the whole world to be aware of regarding us, the Jewish people. Unfortunately, we got a dark corner in our 3,000-year-old resume, a bunch of some very few yet very vocal self-hating Jews. They would do anything within their capability to basically to undermine Israel, to hurt Israel any way possible. This is going all the way back to time immemorial. It has started with a Jew named Josephus Flavius 2,000 years ago when he was kind of bootlicking to the Roman conquerors on that land. It went on even in the Holocaust. Did you know that there were some Jews cooperating with the Nazis? And today we have those sort of Jews where we in Israel, we used to name them auto anti-Semites, basically meaning self-hating, self-consuming sort of Jews. Breaking the Silence is one of them. B'Tselem is one of them. I'm very happy to do this PR for those two organizations. Not exactly the sort of PR they thought of. Haggai Elad, remember this name. He is B'Tselem CEO, and he went to the UN to basically to rat on his own country, on his own people, and accuse his own country of committing war crimes against humanity. As for Breaking the Silence, similar accusations were sounded by a person named Dean Yissascharov. Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that we've run out of time. Thank you so much for your time. Aidan Rodin, diplomatic analyst. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.